Hello, love bugs. I'm Ravinia, but you can call me Ravi. But you could also call me a Disney Dreamlight Valley addict. I've been obsessively playing this game for the last several days and felt the need to share some of the tips and tricks that I've learned from playing the game and also from amazing people in my Twitch community with all of you. So here are 5 important things that you should know while playing DDV. Tip number 1, need money? Become a farmer. Let me just be honest, if you're not farming in this game, come on, bruh. Do you not need money to buy dresses like this beautiful Rapunzel one that I just got from my Scrooge shop for 40,000 stinking gold coins? I need lots of money in this game, even whether it's for upgrading my house or for unlocking different things in the game. I mean, there's so many reasons to need money in this game, but for me especially, all the money that I'm spending at Scrooge's every single day. You know the carrots are probably your bread and butter. When you harvest, you should always have a level 10 gardener with you, which I do right now with Merlin. But something else that I wanted to point out is that when you are watering your plants and planting your plants, you don't have to have a gardener with you. So if there's anybody that you want to level up at that time, I usually just look at my map, see who's the closest that's not level 10 yet, go and snatch them and then bring them back so that I can go ahead and water my plants or go ahead and plant more plants and get those free levels with them. They don't have to be a gardener. That you can level up your person who does digging for you or whatever you'd like. It really doesn't matter. So take advantage of that to get yourself some free levels. I have leveled up so many of my characters. Like, it is literally ridiculous how many I have at level 10, and pretty much all of them were done through gardening. So definitely keep that in mind when you're doing that. Also, a bonus farming tip. Don't forget to occasionally switch up what you've planted to unlock all those fragmented puzzle pieces that come out of your crops from gardening. So right now I have my typical carrots, but I also have some onions over here. I also always have a farm up here. I unlocked the Sunlit Plateau, so that would be right next to my house and able to come up here and have an additional farm. Now up here, I almost always have chili peppers. They seem to give the biggest turnaround, at least based on what I've unlocked at Goofy's stand over here so far. But I went ahead and planted some zucchini because at this point, when I'm getting my puzzle pieces, when I pull up all my chili peppers now, they're only giving me gold coins instead of unlocking more things for the game. So just a little tip there. I do think that also, well, and also for your Dreamlight, because your Dreamlight, you can get ones for gardening specific vegetables and stuff sometimes as well. So definitely make sure that you are diversifying your planting a little bit just to unlock more stuff in the game. All right, number 2 tip. You can move your resource items. As you can see here, I've taken all of the trees from this area, even the trees on the side that I still have locked up that I can't even get to. I grabbed these cherry trees and moved them over to this side. And I did that just by going into my furniture tab, where you can go out to your map and you can decorate your area. You can move a lot of pretty much whatever you want. Obviously, there's some resources that you can't move. There's some that you can. But even this flower, I can be like, you know what? I want this flower. Pull it over here and grab it, even though it was an area that I couldn't access. Now, I liked to take a bunch of my resource items and put them where I like to run. Since I'm constantly running between these 2 farms, I decided that I would put these resources right here along my path so that I'm getting this easy to grab money every time these spawn. And then obviously also Dreamlight for harvesting. I also have apple trees down here because I do try to keep the items in their particular biome. I haven't really tested the theory yet, but I have a feeling that things don't grow as well out of their biome as they do in, just like the plants don't. So I have been leaving them in their own biomes. But even down here, I have like some raspberries and things. I have the banana tree really close to all the spots that I run when I'm running back and forth to Goofy's stall and whatnot. So don't forget that you can do that. It's easy money or things for you to stockpile for making different food and whatnot for yourself if you like to upgrade your stamina bar. All right, in that same vein, I would like to point out you can make yourself a tree farm. So if you pull open that same tab again, that furniture tab, and you scroll on down and you go to your trees, all of these trees you can plant anywhere in your valley without having to pay any additional money. So what I did was I took a bunch of the plaza trees that spawn this wood here, and I just made myself a little tree farm. Again, later in the game, wood's going to become really important and something that you need to make a lot of the items that you're going to want to make to decorate in your valley. And having this wood here for you to be able to pick up as these trees are producing them randomly is going to be really helpful in the long run. And this costs you nothing. This is a zero resource item. You don't have to pay anything to plant this. You don't have to do anything. You literally just open up the menu, select the tree, and place down as many as you want. And now I have a nice little tree farm. It's super, super helpful. All right. Tip number 4, again, in that same kind of vein, there is a theme here. We are going to, again, press the wrong button. It's fine. We're going to use the furniture tab. It's all right. We're going to use the furniture tab and use it to our advantage. So you can use it to move things. First of all, pretty much anything that you want. So if you remember at the start of your game, Mickey has his trellis and his little garden up here. And I decided I didn't want that because I wanted to be able to spread my carrot farm out. And then I wanted to make my tree farm right here. So I just made him a little space right over here, not making anything additional, not spending any money, just moving his items around. Also, like you saw before, I was actually able to grab things from the other side and bring them over here so I get those resources. Simple enough. If there's a tree in the way that you don't like, you can move it. If you don't like where Mickey's house is and you want this entire area up here to be your castle-like incredible space that you're going to build, and forget Mickey Mouse. I actually plan to move him down to live by Goofy just because I think it would be cute, have Mickey and Goofy have their houses next to each other. That is something that you can do. You don't have to leave all of these things in the same spot. Even if you placed like Remy's restaurant or his house in places that you don't like, you can change it later. So just don't forget that you can use this map to your advantage to move areas. Also, if something out here gets stuck behind something, let's say one of your puzzle pieces or something gets into a spot that you can't get, you can pick up and move the little rocks. You can move trees. You can move fencing. You can do that to be able to get to your item so that it's not stuck anymore. Now, another reason that I use this tab for is actually as my map. So let me explain why I do that sometimes. I spend a lot of time farming because I spend way too much money at Scrooge's. I have a problem and I really need lots of money. So I use this for 2 things. First off, to look and see if my crops are ready to be planted. If I'm off someplace else without running all the way back here to check, I'll just pull open my furniture tab, come up here and be like, oh, yep, my plants are ready, or oh, they're not. I'm going to do one more quest. The other thing I use it for is if I'm doing a particular mission where I need to be collecting a certain kind of flower, or I need to be checking to see if my my rocks are ready to give me more crystals or anything like that. I'll do a quick look to be like, okay, so I need to be going for iron up in the Forest of Valor. Maybe I'll go and look and see, have those respawned yet? Can I go get that iron yet? Is that possible? And I can just do it like this rather than pulling up or actually running up there and spending the time to go run around. I can just use my map to look and say, oh, yep, time to grab Anna because she's my miner. That's at level 10, and go grab myself some more iron. So definitely use this. I also want to point out a super bonus trick for this, which actually solves a known bug in the game. When you're doing a couple of the quests for Mother Gothel, you need mushrooms at one point, another time you need crystals, and it's things that are actually on this side of the glade. And at that point, you probably can't get there. The glade is all blocked off until you upgrade your watering can. So what you can do is move the fountain. So that's what I did. If you can see it, it's way back. It's through the tree. Whoa! Okay. I moved my fountain to the side that was blocked off so that I could get over here and get the emeralds that I needed that were glitched on the other side. It was only giving me shiny emeralds, which didn't work for the quest. I needed standard emeralds from the glade, and this is the one that was giving me that. And then you just teleport over to the fountain after purchasing it, and you can go on to the side that you can't get to yet because it's blocked, which is a pretty useful tip. I'm guessing they're probably going to patch that later, but as of right now, they're not. So take advantage of it while you can if you're running into problems with completing different tasks. Alrighty. And then my last tip, number 5, is just a reminder, is all it is, that this game is in early access. If you don't run into a bug, you are the luckiest player ever. It's not that the game is buggy. It's that the game's in early access. Pretty much everyone I know has run into some sort of glitch, had some sort of quest screw up, or has something not working for them. I have 2 right now. If you can see on my screen what home feels like, there's a quest you do for Anna where you have to make her a fish pie and get this special fish from the glade. I got the special fish. I went to craft. I crafted her the pie. Well, it turns out that the pie and the fish are 2 separate steps, and I used the fish to make the pie, and now the fish isn't spawning. So already automatically I'm stuck. The fish isn't spawning anymore. You can only catch it when it rains. I've tried twice. It's not spawning, and I'm completely frozen on this quest now because I used the quest fish to make her the thing I thought she needed, and I was just I just wasn't paying attention or was confused. Another thing that's wrong for me right now is that I unlocked the premium package for the event and paid for it. You can even see where the money came out of my moonstones, and yet it's still telling me to unlock premium and is not giving me the bonuses. Again, a known glitch that they're dealing with across multiple accounts. There are patches coming. That's how games in early access work, y'all. This is why the game isn't technically fully released to the public yet, and you only could gain early access by purchasing it or by having it in the Xbox Live Game Pass. So just keep in mind, stay patient, understand that Disney's working on it. There's still so much to come in this game, and the patches, I promise you, they're coming. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time with more Disney Dreamlight Valley.